Yo, what's going on everybody? This is Brendan back again with another video, and today we're going to be talking all about the Tilta Nucleus-M wireless follow focus.
And action.
So I just recently picked up the partial kit from Tilta's website, which basically comes with the Nucleus-M fizz unit itself and one motor, and it comes in this really nice case. So the full kit that Tilta has comes with two motors and a larger carrying case that fits both motors, and that's over $1,000, whereas the partial kit, that only comes up to $600 for that package. At that price range, $600 is basically a no-brainer. The very first gig that I worked with this follow focus paid off the entire system. So yeah, basically I wanted to get into more AC work, doing more wireless focus pulling, and so I have a lot of friends who have used this system and with great reviews, so I had to pick one up for myself, give it a shot, and yeah, I'm really pleasantly surprised with how few issues I have with this. In fact, I really don't have any issues, which is why I really felt like I wanted to do a review video. Now, this isn't a new product, and there's plenty of other reviews out there on the internet, but just wanted to offer my own 2 cents. If anybody finds this and it helps them decide on making the purchase, then hopefully I've done my job. So this is, I'll just be talking about the full package that I have built up here, the accessories that I have with it, how it works, how I like it, how it compares to other wireless follow focus systems, and just some tips and tricks. So let's get into it. First things first, you'll see that my fizz unit is sort of built up here. I've got a monitor on here and a nice side handle, but besides those two things, just the fizz unit, the hand controller itself, is what comes in the partial kit. But basically this is a Tilta left side wooden handle. Links to all this stuff will be in the description, so it's super easy to find, so don't worry about that. Then there's also an adapter bracket here, and then the RE rosette bracket for the monitor. And those are 2 separate parts that you have to purchase. And then the handle is a 3rd separate part. And then of course, I have a small HD here as well, with a small rig cage. The only thing that I don't have yet is a Teradek or some type of wireless video transmitter. Now you can get Teradeks that are built in right into the small HD monitors. Teradek and small HD kind of have come together to provide monitors that actually have Teradeks built into them, which is really cool, but they're a lot more expensive than the normal small HD monitor. So unfortunately, I couldn't afford that right away, so I just decided to get just a Focus 5-inch small HD monitor. Eventually, I'm gonna make that upgrade, but for now, on all the gigs that I work with this thing, I'll just rent out a Teradek. You can rent them out for about 50 bucks a day, so they're cheap enough that it really doesn't make too big of a hit. And I found that most production companies are willing to rent out small little additions like that to make the job a lot easier, not just for the first AC, but for the entire camera team, and even for the directors and producers that want to be watching a wireless video signal. So yes, that is basically something that you could just screw onto the monitor, and that's basically how you'll get picture up on your monitor so you can pull focus. Okay, so that's the kit that I have built up here. And some other things that I had to pick up for this kit are, for one, it doesn't come with batteries, which is sort of a surprise to me, but so be it. The batteries that this requires are 18650 lithium-ion batteries. Now they might look like AA batteries online in pictures, but this is a AA, and this is an 18650. So although in a picture it might look like a AA, it's actually way larger than a AA. And the fizz hand controller takes 2 at a time. So links to the particular batteries that I bought, the recommended batteries that Tilta recommends, link to these will be in the description as well. And so I bought 4 of those, and I also bought a new charger. Now the kit does come with its own charger, the Tilta charger, but it takes a lot longer to charge, whereas this sort of aftermarket Xtar brand charger charges these batteries in like 30 minutes. It's super, super fast, and it gives a nice percentage readout on the display here, which is really nice. Now, these batteries last in this hand unit hours and hours and hours. Like, a single set of batteries will last in your Fizz unit for easily 8 hours. So you don't necessarily need to have to charge batteries in 30 minutes. You can use Tilta's charger just fine. It'll probably take, 5 to 6 hours to charge your batteries full with Tilta's charger, but it's just really nice to have a charger that charges insanely fast. So it's just one less thing that you have to think about or worry about, or if you're really busy and you don't have time to go plug the batteries in at that exact moment, you can afford to be delayed an hour or whatever in starting to charge your batteries and still not have to worry about it. So that's really, really nice. So I have 4 of those batteries and a nice charger with it as well. And last but not least, the final thing that I bought for this kit that didn't come with the partial kit is a RunStop cable. And it looks like this. This goes right into your RunStop control port on your Red or your Alexa or whatever you're shooting on. Now, certain ports will allow the motor to actually use this RunStop cable for power as well as RunStop, but other ports, it doesn't supply power through this cable, so you'll need the normal PTAP power cable as well on top of that. So you'll also need to make sure you're using a camera that has a PTAP port on it, or a control RunStop port that actually supplies power as well if you just want to use just the one cable. But this is a really, really nice addition because it allows you to wirelessly record and cut the camera, so your camera operator doesn't have to do it. It's not the end of the world if you don't have it, but that just kind of makes it a complete package, so you can offer basically all the things that are normally expected of a wireless focus puller. And plus, it's just so nice that that partial kit only costs $600. That is a really, really low price, a really low cost of entry for being a first AC, and you're much more likely to get hired for gigs if you already own the gear. So yeah, 600 bucks is, like I said, you could pay that off in one gig, and it's sort of a no-brainer. Personally, unless you're union and you're working on professional studio films and television shows, I would say no, it's not worth spending the kind of money on an Ari or a Preston, which basically the cost of those wireless follow focus systems are $10,000 plus. Just the hand unit in and of itself is $8,000, and then each motor is $3,000 or $4,000. Plus, if you're getting a control box as well, that's another $4,000 or $5,000. The really, really professional wireless follow focus systems are much more expensive. So this is basically $600 versus $10,000 to $12,000 easily. Orders of magnitude cheaper than the fully professional systems that are being used on union Hollywood studio films and TV shows. But the amazing part is there's really not a lot of difference in terms of the features that you're getting. This has all the features that those follow focuses have. Everything from being able to do RunStop to being able to set marks and have internal vibrating soft marks in your follow focus, to be able to change the range of your follow focus, so you can set an A mark and a B mark and make that the full 300 some degree rotation of your follow focus. This has the backlit focus ring. It has the digital lens display on it. It's got everything. It has a really nice menu system, really, really easy to use and navigate. It's very easy to sync the wireless signal to the motors. It's very easy to auto-calibrate the motors. And the quality is just great. I've never had an experience where I've lost signal in the middle of a shoot. I've never had an issue with signal range. And I've never had an issue with latency or delay. It's always, as far as I can tell, instantaneous. So it really offers everything you need. It's reliable, it's built really well, and ultimately it has all the features that you would want. Now that's just my 2 cents. I'm not a full-time first AC. I'm a full-time DP that wanted to get a system to allow me to do some first AC work on the side. So take my opinion with a grain of salt, and definitely do your research before you buy. But from my own experience, I have really nothing to complain about with this system. So that's basically all I wanted to say about the Nucleus-M. Hopefully this was informative and this helped you out. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Yeah, if you like this video, please like it or subscribe. New videos coming out every week. Thanks guys, catch you in the next one.